Hey guys, this is Surex Gaming, and welcome back to another Mortal Kombat 1 video. In today's video, I wanted to do something a bit different, something a bit closer to my Havoc video that I put out last week, kinda where I just talk about some theories that some people in the community and myself have come up with that could happen in Mortal Kombat 1. Nothing in this video is confirmed, in fact it's highly likely that this won't even happen. But it's fun to break this stuff down, you know, we only get these hype Mortal Kombat lead up periods once every like 4 years, so it's fun to kind of go crazy with theories. So I kind of just wanted to sit down, do a little bit of a semi-unscripted video. I wrote down some bullet points I'm going to talk about, the rest of it's just going to kind of be me winging it, and just have a bit of a chat about something I would like to see happen. Today's video, as you see at the title above, Bi-Han vs Noob Saibot, is going to be about how Noob Saibot could potentially be integrated into Mortal Kombat 1 despite Bi-Han being Sub-Zero still. Now this theory kind of gets around the issue of Bi-Han having to be killed to become Noob Saibot. This is a theory I came up with based off of some intro dialogues that are in the game. Some other people have been talking about it as well. So I'll do a bit of a breakdown of those intro dialogues. I'll then go through my theory. And then we'll just kind of discuss how this could play out, build upon it a bit. So in Mortal Kombat 1, there are obviously some intros at the start of each match between each character. This has them talk about either some random references that don't really have anything to do with Mortal Kombat 1, or some story-relevant details that we don't quite understand in full context. One intro between Bi-Han Sub-Zero and Liu Kang goes as follows. Sub-Zero states, "I wasn't aware of Shang Tsung's experiments," and Liu Kang responds with, "Had you known, would your choice have been different?" Now, what we know of Shang Tsung is that he is a bit of a trickster. He does like to, do some mad science crap. We also know that in 2 previous timelines, Shang Tsung actually created a clone of an existing character. Now that clone is Mileena and Kitana, if you have not yet put that together. And as we know in MK1 so far, Mileena's not a clone anymore. She's actually the legitimate daughter of Sindel and the older twin sister of Kitana by a couple minutes probably, I don't know. So Shang Tsung didn't actually create Mileena in this timeline, which brings us to the question, what experiments was Bi-Han participating in alongside Shang Tsung? Now, this could obviously mean heaps of things. It also could have nothing to do with Sub-Zero whatsoever. Sub-Zero might have just been helping Shang Tsung do some stuff, because as we know, Bi-Han is a bit of an edgelord. He's not exactly good Sub-Zero, but he's not exactly bad Sub-Zero either. He kinda walks the line. He's a very grey character, and this all plays into my theory as well. So my theory goes as follows. Now this is taken exactly from my comment left on this Reddit post. I will screenshot it and put it in the video. Also feel free to go follow me on Reddit. But the theory goes as follows. Could be a cool concept for the Shadow Clone to be the full Noob Saibot now. Using Bi-Han as a base for the experiment, Noob Saibot becomes his own entity, and Bi-Han must decide to stand with Shang Tsung and the evil clone, or defeat Noob Saibot and overcome his demons, literally and figuratively. I think this could be a really cool resolution to 31 years of Bi-Han and Noob Saibot's storyline, whilst also either solidifying Bi-Han as a cold villain by teaming up with Noob Saibot, or a redeemed anti-hero by defeating Noob Saibot and potentially sacrificing himself in the process. Now that's my theory of how Noob Saibot and Bi-Han could come to essentially a clash in the storyline. This would be a really big moment as well. I would imagine this happening close to the end of the storyline, and this would kind of wrap up all of the Lin Kuei stuff that's going on. We know that Sub-Zero is probably going to kill the Lin Kuei Grandmaster, who is him and Kuai Liang's father. And then we also know that Scorpion and Smoke don't quite agree with how Sub-Zero wants the clan to be run. So this could leave Sub-Zero kind of feeling on the outside. He's going to kill his father and take over the clan, but he's also going to do it with the help of Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung's going to say, "Hey, help me do some experiments, and in exchange, I'll give you a Shadow Clone." Noob Saibot will be introduced. It'll be more like Saibot the Shadow Clone, but just entirely one separate character now, instead of it being Bi-Han and his Shadow Clone. And then we would maybe see Sub-Zero and Noob Saibot invade the Lin Kuei Temple, they will defeat the Grand Master, and then it'll be revealed that Noob Saibot is actually insanely evil. He's obviously an experiment from Shang Tsung. It would probably be closer to MK11 Noob Saibot, where he's a massive edgelord as well as Bi-Han. And then this would kinda... This could be where I see Smoke and Scorpion especially coming back into the fold. Scorpion and Smoke are gonna have to try and free Sub-Zero from this path and convince him that this isn't the way to go. Or this will already result in Scorpion losing his father as well as Sub-Zero, but there's still a chance for Bi-Han to be redeemed. And then this will be where it all comes to a head. So now Sub-Zero must choose between his family, Scorpion, and to a lesser degree Smoke as kind of their adopted brother, or power and Noob Saibot. So now Sub-Zero will have to decide between teaming up with Noob Saibot to defeat and potentially kill his brother. If this happens in the story, I would imagine it would be Scorpion's chapter, so we as Scorpion would have to fight Sub-Zero and Noob Saibot and defeat them. This could result in Smoke and Noob Saibot dying as a kind of a side effect of this battle, or more likely, I feel like Sub-Zero would die in this case. But then the other alternative is that Bi-Han redeems himself. Bi-Han does all of this and then sees that what's happening is wrong. The motto of the story is, the tagline of the game is "It's in our blood." Now we know it's in Bi-Han's blood to be kind of an asshole. Bi-Han has always been, he's been a hero in the past, but he's always been walking the line between good and bad. And then when he dies, which is not his fault, Scorpion wrongly kills him. But again, if you play MK9, Sub-Zero kind of deserves it. Bi-Han actively taunts Scorpion until Scorpion attacks and kills him, in which case Bi-Han pleads for his life and says, you know, it's not me, I didn't do that. Now we know in some way or some form, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are gonna have to fight in this game. It's gonna happen one way or another. In the trailers, we already see that Scorpion and Sub-Zero don't quite see eye to eye, as well as Scorpion's bio suggests that he doesn't really trust the way Sub-Zero is moving the Lin Kuei. He would prefer it to, you know, stick with tradition. So now all of this could come to a head in which Scorpion must face Sub-Zero, and he must either kill his brother or convince his brother to come back to the light and turn to the side of good. I don't think, if this happens, I don't think Bi-Han would become a hero again. Like I said in the theory, I think he'd become more of an anti-hero. He would defeat Noob Saibot, and he'd maybe help the forces of good stop the big bad. But after that, we would probably see Bi-Han take a step back, become more of a vigilante type hero, where he's probably going to leave the Lin Kuei, and he's probably going to turn his back on Scorpion after all this happens. But he's still going to be alive, he's still going to be roaming the realms, and he's still going to be trying to help people and save people, but he's going to be very violent. He's going to be a much darker character, as we've already seen with Sub-Zero in this game. He's a lot more aggressive, and just kind of an asshole, to be honest. But still, you know, he's still working for Earthrealm at the start of the story. We just don't know how that's going to play out later in the story. This could also involve Serena's cameo, as someone underneath me in the comments, you'll see in the screenshot, mentioned that if we add Serena into the mix, she could side with Noob Saibot. That could also be pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much my theory. This is one thing that I would love to see in Mortal Kombat 1. This could be one of the best storylines NRS has ever produced, if they do it correctly. Now, I'm obviously not a professional writer, I obviously don't work for the game, so this is, again, just my fan theory. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see Sub-Zero face off against Noob Saibot and, you know, have to literally face his demon, this dark version of himself. Let me know how you think that would play out, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to see more Mortal Kombat 1 content. And we're only 3 weeks away from the game's release, guys, so we're getting close. It's getting crazy. I'm getting excited. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and peace out.